This is Alondra Collar reporting for the Nightly News. Teachers are being blamed and disrespected by some news reporters due to the idea of returning back to online learning. Chicago Public Schools and Teachers Union went over the COVID safety protocols. On Fox News, Gutfeld stated we should fire people. It's time to pull out the money out of the system and start backing up the parents, giving them the money so they can make the best choice of education for their children when either is online or in person. Many teachers and parents and students feel that school and public places aren't safe. This Omicron variant is just too contagious and spreading very rapidly. As stated in the Chicago Tribune article, Chicago Public School staff and students are already absent from in-person classes because they have COVID-19 or are quarantined because of possible exposure. We're not talking about a long, indefinite period where schools are remote, Charlie said, but a temporary measure while we're dealing with this high point of surge. This is Alondra Collar reporting for the Nightly News. Back to you in the studio.
Dizzy Manor from the Nightly News. CPS high school students walked out on Friday at 12:30 p.m. because they feel like their voices are not being heard and for going back to in-person learning. And they went to the CPS headquarters to make their point that they should have a voice in their safety. I will have more on this story as it unfolds. This is Emmanuel reporting from the Nightly News. Back to you in the studio.
This is Esmeralda Suarez reporting for the Nightly News. Kayla Westbrooks, a 15-year-old student at Runner High School, was shot and killed Thursday afternoon in Westtown. Many classmates were devastated to hear the news. One of his classmates had said he was always smiling. He gave hugs and said hi to everybody. He was a very kind soul. David Toth, who heard gunshots, said it was brutal. He was trying to huff Say Westbrook and applied pressure to his heart. He had mentioned that one of his last words was, "I'm going to die." 4 other juveniles were shot during Tuesday afternoon and 2 other separate shootings. We have more of this story unfolds. This is Esmeralda Suarez reporting for the Nightly News. Back to you in the studio.
This is Daniel Fragoso reporting from the Nightly News. I'm sure we've all heard of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. President Biden plans on mailing out free at-home testing kits. Starting January 19, you can order them and have them shipped to you at no cost. The max is 4 kits per household, so be safe and make sure to get yours at covidtest.gov. This is Daniel Fragoso for the Nightly News. Back to you in the studio.
This is David Gioso reporting for the Nightly News. CPS is recommending students to report positive cases. Schools want to make sure students are safe and protected, so they come up with a way for students to let CPS know if they have tested positive for COVID. If you tested positive for COVID, you should report it to CPS immediately. Please check your CPS email on their self-report COVID. This helps ensure the safety of other students in the building and even younger or older family members back at home. We will have more on this story as it unfolds. This is David Giosa reporting for the Nightly News. Back to the news studio.
This is Dan reporting for the Nightly News. A man was critically wounded in a shootout with University of Chicago Police Tuesday at 5030 Woodlawn and Hyde Park. Racine Wilson, 28, was charged late Wednesday with attempted murder of a police officer. Interrogated discharge of a firearm and interrogated unauthorized use a weapon at about 11:43 a.m. Tuesday. University of Chicago police officers. Nicholas was on patrol when he spotted a person with a handgun near the corner of 53rd Street and Woodlawn Avenue. Police claim Wilson started firing when Nicholas approached his car to investigate. This is Dan reporting from the Nightly News by TV Studio.
This is Spencer Russell reporting from the Nightly News. A tornado victim's family is suing Amazon after the warehouse in which he worked collapsed, leading to his death at 26. The victim, Austin McEwen, was an Amazon delivery driver. The family filed a wrongful death lawsuit this Monday and stated that Amazon didn't warn their employees of the hazardous weather conditions before a deadly tornado formed and wiped out the facility, killing McEwen and 5 other people in the warehouse. The lawsuit is seeking over $50,000. Amazon is trying to defend against it, but they also say they will continue to focus on supporting everyone that was affected by the tornadoes. This is Spencer Russell reporting for the Nightly News. Back to you in the studio.
This is Samuel Barnes reporting for the Nightly News, and for today's story, I have footage of our school's band performance that we had a couple of days ago. The songs that they had played were Bringer of War, Ukrainian Carol Bells, and Inception. But I also have footage of our school's modern band club, in which they played Talking to the Moon, Creep, and 867-5809. I hope you enjoy the footage.